I'm Game Devon, and we are back with more XCOM 2, War of the Chosen. So, I was traveling, so it's actually been a week or two since last I played. So, kind of looking at the game, getting back into things, catching up on where we're at. So we've got a supply raid going on, which we are all ready to go for. We've got plasma grenades going to be up in 5 days, Gauss weapons in 7. We've also got this power coil, which will unlock our ability to build whatever we want to do next. Don't know that we've got a plan there. Got a pretty good array of soldiers available for this mission, including some high-level bond pairs and stuff. So we'll probably be in pretty good shape for this, even though I'm definitely going to be knocking a little bit of the rust off here.
Commander?
We also just hit some new tech levels since our last mission. So we've got some new items to build. We can do both the Advanced Grenade Launcher and the Gremlin Mark II, which will be really good for our specialists.
But they'd have to be producing it from something here on Earth. They seem to have an endless supply.
Alright, so we've got 3 engineers. Yeah, 1 speeding out the plasma grenades, 2 finishing off the proving ground, or 1 speeding up the plasma grenade, 2 getting ready to build our power relay here. Anything else we want to do before we set up for this mission? Let's actually take a quick look at the training center, just to make sure, see if there's anyone stacking up AP. We've got a ton of XCOM AP, so we can get some pretty meaningful upgrades. Is this mission in one of the chosen areas? Is a good question. Yes? I don't know which symbol that is. Hunter. Okay. So we could... I don't believe we've met the Hunter yet, so we don't know what his strengths or weaknesses are. If it's 1-1-1 on one of them's weak to Reapers, one of them's weak to Templar, one of them's weak to Skirmishers, I believe he would be weak to Skirmishers. So we could meet a Chosen. Alright. So you don't have much in the way of your own AP, but could dip into the fun. You've got plenty of your own. Implacable doesn't seem useful. Yeah, you're mostly Gunslinger. Deals critical damage and ensures that the target takes a ton. Okay, so this is a ton of points, though. Costs only a single action and does not end your turn. But that means you can't fire a sniper rifle again, which doesn't sound great. So you've also got a ton of leveling up to do. So we could get you going on some pistoleering. We could buff up your psychic abilities. We have 0 AP. You have some, but we also haven't given you your normal level. And you're maxed out currently. And I would like to get total combat on him eventually, but don't want to dip too deep into the pool right now. So you've got the most to spend, but I don't actually know that there's anything we want to give you just yet. Yeah, Rupture is really good, but it would be so many points. Alright, what are we actually doing with you? I'm not super into most of these. So these are a little better because we've got sweet pistols, so I'm kind of interested. Maybe just pick up both of these and give you some pistoleering. And then you can shoot people a bunch of times before you run in and sword them. Just because I'm not really into the psychic abilities seem really finicky. Alright, that's been long enough. Let's actually go hop into this mission here. By which I mean start preparing a team and probably take a long time at that too. Okay, so this is definitely our relatively all-star team. This does not include a Grenadier, who we just gave an upgrade, but they don't have the plasma weapons yet, so I'm more or less okay with that. We're looking at a bunch of psychic enemies. That means I definitely like having a flashbang, but I'm not sure much more than that. That probably means a good number of sectoids, which means having our 2 melee characters is pretty good. Do we have upgraded... Yeah, we have upgraded melee weapons on both these characters, so we should potentially be in good shape to one-shot sectoids. Let's go ahead and make utility items available, make weapons available. I don't think we have any armor. Alright, so we have venom rounds, and you, as a sharpshooter, should be very good with those. So, very happy to give you those. You are, I think, the #1 Mimic Beacon user. You are definitely the best with a medikit. I think I like... So you've got a flashbang and a frost bomb. Both are quite good. I think your actions are very valuable. So let's just not give you one of the better items. We can give you the flashbang because that gives you something to do after moving. And you the frost bomb. This looks like a pretty good loadout, so let's just check weapons. So I can definitely give you the upgraded one. We don't have the second tier of sniper rifles, it's a little sad, but we'll have those in 7 days. So this one has the laser sight. Laser sight. Do we have anything better that we want to put on the second one here? Probably not. So we can just go with this one. I like Stockton better than repeat stuff. We've got the Gremlin Mark II on him, which will make his hacking and combat protocols much more effective. And then we can... Okay, and... Doesn't look like we have... Okay, so this already has both a scope and an auto loader. And both of those make a lot of sense on him. So, anything else we want to do here? This looks pretty good. So, be knocking a little bit of the rust off here, and hopefully this first mission won't be too hard on us. What's the worst thing you could encounter here?
Squad green to deploy.
Just asking for trouble, but trying to think through what kind of enemies could be appearing at this stage in the game that would be the most disastrous for us.
Contact sent word of an Advent troop transport they managed to disable in this area, and the aliens have apparently struggled to get it moving again. This is our chance to strike.
Right, so this is another mark boxes one, it looks like. And in my experience, the Chosen really like showing up on these.
Menace 1-5, the Advent troop transport is nearby. Engage and eliminate all hostile forces.
As I expected, the psionic readings we detected in this area can be attributed to a number of psionically powerful aliens near our position. I would urge caution, Commander.
So we've got bottom corner of the map here. We've got this nice little house. I don't really know which way we're going. Man, this is a very friendly looking house for a big supply raid. So we can probably push through this house. There may or may not be any aliens near here, and then down into this giant valley, presumably. So, no timer on us currently. And we have so many things going on. It'll be really nice having these teamwork upgrades if things go wrong.
Okay.
This blocks off the ladder, but I like taking a look through the window and also around the corner. Right, so looks like we're clear to push through the house. Maybe get sniper on top of that house here. Not this turn.
Heading there now.
It's gonna be.
I trust in your command.
Need to strike a good balance of over-cautious and we already have the grapple up.
A useful.
I guess we already know which side I'm landing on tonight.
I move.
So this is not a very good sniping position, was kind of what I wanted to check. It doesn't have sight of much, so there's nowhere on the roof that has much in the way of cover.
It's clear. Stepping off.
Got it covered.
Not even.
Alright. So, can you go ahead and open the door for us? Mr. Psychic... Wait. I guess the only way you can get up there is through there.
You have my trust.
Anything on this side of the building? Nope. Man, it's quiet. Too quiet. So I assume the convoy... I don't see where we're trying to get to. Okay, and this is just a classic. This is not a Mark the Crates. This is a... classic style, just kill everything, don't blow up the crates that are always next to explosives.
On the move.
I don't really know which way we're trying to go, which is
On Overwatch.
interesting. That was a bit of a premature
that
Overwatch,
location.
but
Overwatch.
not knowing which way we're going makes me want to be a little extra cautious.
Overwatch. Enemy movement ahead.
Alright, there we go. First sign of enemies. Alright, so, do we have a back door out of here, or are we going to have to go all the way around? We're going to have to go all the way around, because don't want to spoil concealment. So, we're going to...
Good copy. Moving on
pull
target.
everyone out of the house and start lining them up on the edge of the cliff.
Headed there now. So it is decided.
Definitely nervous about how quiet this is going. I've never seen a map anything like this before. Right, so
Affirmative.
eventually I'll have to move up to these trees, but I want to wait until I've got everyone a little closer to do that.
I will watch.
I'm just...
Eyes on the prize.
vision around cliff faces can be a little wonky, so I want to be careful not to trigger anything too prematurely. Fortunately, there is no cover that's
Heading
very
out.
close to the cliff face. So we're going to have to... go a little bit closer than I'd like. Felt like there was a pause there and it made me nervous.
Moving there.
Sonic Storm doesn't strike me as a super terrifying set rep, though. I feel like psionic enemies are generally less scary than normal enemies because they try and do fancy stuff instead of murdering you.
As you order. My watch begins.
On Overwatch.
It's creeping forward enough for this
Eyes on the
mission
prize.
turn.
Roger. I've got my eyes on it.
So if we were to blunder up here and trigger some pods and not have action, okay. There's some enemies. So these guys are a good distance away, so don't have to worry about setting them off just yet, but that's also going to be a very rough angle of approach.
Heading to that location.
Just because, well, our sniper can shoot them across here. It's going to be a lot harder for our other folks. So this is a little risky, but I kind of like checking our flanks. Just to make sure there's not another pod here as we set up on these guys.
I can cover it.
So if possible, it would be nice to get to a point where
Moving on target
we can have our
location.
melee characters run across and melee these guys. It's a little dangerous just because of the whole,
Yes, Commander.
Can you grapple hook? Okay, that's fun. Alright, so one more turn of Overwatch and then probably take a move on these guys. Be very careful not to
Moving to
mess
Overwatch.
up our Overwatch with the Templar, because that is a scary thing that happens.
I've got my eyes on.
Oh, and there we've got another pod.
Got eyes on a hostile squad.
Why you gotta make our job hard on this? So, don't want to trigger both of these at once. So, any option is going to take more time than I'd like. I think I like trying to push across and take some ground here and get more distance from these guys on this side, just because we've got a nice little opportunity with vision on all three of these fellows, but it could, of course, still go horribly wrong. So
I
let's
take
grapple
a
over to
new
here.
approach.
Alright, so that gives us some good full vision. There is not as much cover over here as I would like. So another option is just pull our ranger back. Do you have run and gun? You do. So I don't think I like entirely abandoning our position here, but God, there is no other cover. This is the only place we could go if we want to free up the ladder and still have him in cover. I guess there's here, but that's not great. It's pretty unlikely they'd spot him flanked here. And
As you command.
really all I need is the one spot at the top of the ladder for our Templar. Okay. Let's pull our ranger back first, just because if something goes wrong and reveals us, we really don't want it to happen. Well,
Stepping
we've
off.
got vision of this second pod. Right. So yep, no vision over here now, which is good. Get Templar to here. Now this is a little unconventional,
Moving to designated position.
but this feels like a good setup for going on these sectoids
Moving
next
to
turn.
Overwatch.
Attacking on sight.
Got it covered.
Come on! So at the very least, we can push Mox up to here. So we could just get the entire team across the breach here.
Yes, Commander.
Vision of sectoids again. So this will be pretty good if we want to get a better ambush on them for next turn. So this requires some amount of confidence that we're ready, we can get in position to go, but I think we can pull it off. Because then that frees up this spot for a ranger. Spot for a specialist, because he can move up to Mox's position or something as we break formation, but we'll want the sniper in a really strong cover position so he doesn't have to move.
Got it.
Whew, this has been a somewhat laborious start to this mission. And
I will not waver.
oh my god, really? Oh, that's not bad though, because now we've got a bunch of high ground on these guys. And if the sectoids move just a little ways back, we might be able to... So does anyone other than Templar have vision on those guys? Man, it is risky, but I think we want to pull the Templar back and shoot these guys and try not to engage the sectoids this turn. Means playing with a little more range than I like, but... So if you
We
go
march
here,
toward enlightenment.
and then we open up with Sniper, probably? Start with the one in back. Alright, let's just sanity check. We definitely don't have vision on these sectoids. We don't have a lot of room to run up with our... We can't really run up with our melee characters or advance. I think we did check this location to make sure it wouldn't trigger the sectoids, but it's still dangerous. We know we can't move up to here. So there's a lot of ways this goes wrong and we trigger sectoids, but... Oh, you've got lightning hands, so one advantage to starting off with someone else is that we get an extra action from our sniper. These guys do tend to run away more than run at us, though, which is nerve-wracking. 84% crit. Yeah, this is a better place to start. Dang.
They've got our position!
Maybe should have set up an Overwatch or two there. Probably should have. Oh, nice. They ran not as far back as I might have feared. Alright. So we've got... I assume we can just lightning hands this dude down without... Okay, so that guy is easily killed by either of our two pistoliers. Pretty good shot on this guy. So he has high cover and we're still that likely to kill him. Wow. Alright, you've also got Justice. Okay, you can't hit anyone else. You can't run up super far. You could blow up that guy's high cover and then we can shoot him. I feel like someone's going to need to run up to here, and if it's going to trigger sectoids, we should know now. Oh, good. Oh, and flanks on two of them. %96 on this guy. Feels like a thing I'm interested in. Alright, so this guy's stunned. This guy's dead. This is the only guy who's still a problem? So we could potentially leave ourselves flanked if we wanted.
Moving to position.
Got pretty good aim here. Got a nice flanked shot on the fellow in back. Oh, Mox could also... Oh, Mox can only fire and do his thing afterwards. So I like the 88 here. Raise.
That didn't do much.
Can you get this guy in back? 92, 10% crit. So we can potentially get lightning hands. Pistol shot. Would be nice to get a wrench here, but I like just cleaning up and having maximal items available for the sectoids when they blunder into us next turn.
It is safe with me.
Oh, I thought we were going to get... Oh, he moved. Alright, so I miscalculated there. So we're going to leave one of these guys up. Unfortunate. Okay, so who's teamwork to? This guy? So we could lightning hands. I mean, that's a ton of damage and a good chance to hit. Poisoned. And we've still got 2 actions left. So then we can still fire pistol. And pistol overwatch? Yeah, that seems pretty balanced. And we have our hunter.
Savor the moment.
Alright, yep, adversary skirmishers. Soul Stealer takes additional damage from stacking up attacks on him. I realized after the first couple missions that I should probably be writing these guys down or something, but alright, this guy, I like that we've got a skirmisher. I think we can attack him a bunch of times.
It's looking like your last.
Hopefully he will not cause us too many problems.
The elders must have caught wind of our operation.
Oh, and he's not too far away.
Chosen. We should try to track that
we've got
thing
these
down and
sectoids.
deal with it before it causes too much trouble.
So I think we should be able to kill these sectoids. Nice. Man, that's so good.
Hide from me.
Alright, and it could potentially still, so this is a guaranteed kill?
I will tear you.
Activate another pod, but we don't know about another pod. So this is a less risky move.
You don't hesitate to pull the trigger. I like that.
Alright, so we got our focus, we got a momentum move. We've basically already won this fight. It's really just about setting up for the Chosen, who is right here. So we could actually expose him if we get too close to these guys, is worth noting. What are your shots like, Sniper? I like this 82. It's a bit of a waste on such a low health enemy, but...
I got it, right?
Where's Ranger? Do you have a melee? You do have melee. This could trigger the Chosen. Alright. if we don't use the Ranger's melee, what are we doing? Not too much. I feel like I'm okay with this. It meant to put her in the... Please don't expose any more enemies.
I can respect the art form, but you're not gonna catch me with a sword.
We'll see about that, sir. Alright, so I would guess that there's one more pod on
I
the map.
go as ordered. The elders
He's
have a
probably
special
going to
place
start
in the void for
screwing with
those
us
who
soon.
betray them. It's full of so-called skirmishers. Ah, another Templar cultist,
Oh,
feigning knowledge of a power they barely understand.
Can't move up very well because we blocked the path with
Location
our sniper.
confirmed.
And we can't move him this turn, so... Right, so in a perfect world, we want to not stumble into any remaining pods while we fight this guy.
It is under my watch.
It didn't have an alien action turn there. I'm not sure if that means there's no aliens. So would we be okay starting the fight this turn? Or can you grapple too?
Moving there.
Alright,
The
got it.
legendary XCOM and their noble commander continue their valiant struggle against overwhelming odds.
So we've got a grenade to hit him with if he doesn't move. I forget if these guys move when you discover them.
One eye
Doesn't look like it. Oh, it's a little
That's the
short, though.
Elder's hunter. From what we've heard, he's a relentless tracker with an unnatural ability to call his shots.
Alright, so... I think we might be able to just kill this guy in one turn if we set up on him. So I'm kind of inclined to just use the Mimic Beacon straight away, avoid having any problems with him,
No problem.
and
boss.
just... I think we'll probably move first to see if we expose any other enemy pods. Well, so you could just get some good damage on him. Probably want to grenade away his cover, though.
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
Right, and you don't have vision. You're a little ways away. Do you have vision from here? You do not. So I think we'll probably have... I think it's worth moving up. He's got more damage off of his pistol with fancy ammo anyways.
I'm all over it.
Alright, so we've got Mimic Beacon. So do we want to use a grenade and shoot it a bunch of times? I think we do. We can even, if it looks like we can just kill him without spending the Mimic Beacon this turn. Which is not that implausible. So that didn't do extra damage despite him having Templar vulnerability is worth
Now
noting.
where's the
Also
skill
didn't destroy his
back?
cover. We don't really have vision on him. Okay, yeah, we're not actually getting that much this turn. Oh, we can frostbomb him next turn. Man, we just have all sorts of ways of causing him problems. So, not a great shot, but we can just get a little free damage here. So, got some bonus damage there.
I'm going to let that slide, turncoat.
And then he will be attracted to the Mimic Beacon, so it's... actually good if we can try and pull him towards a position with vision of this. So let's see how this works, because he's inside of it.
I'm on it.
Hope you're ready for company.
What do you summon? Faceless. Not the scariest thing in the world. Don't I have an Overwatch up? That's what I thought. Stockton doing his job. Yeah, so the strategy of pulling him up with the back rank mimic beacon didn't do anything.
We have a soldier down. Get them back on their feet on the double.
Alright, so a couple of things about that sucked. So one thing that is good is that one of these guys is a friend of the other, so we can get one up and then move them next to each other and clear the statuses.
Get back in the fight.
So, you're going for a rescue, eh, Commander? I was wondering if you'd risk it, given your past.
And then... so you can move here,
Moving
and
to
that...
designated position.
Oh, oops.
Close.
Okay. Should have cleared his Overwatch first, so that was just a misplay.
Like that.
So you've still only got one action despite the fact that we cleared. So, a couple annoying things going on there. So we can use your teamwork. I think we're going to want to frost bomb him. Alright, what actions are available to us? Do you have your lightning hands back? One more turn. Man, it sucks that the Mimic Beacon did not do anything. Okay, so you've got 2 actions left. So this should not end your turn. And then we get to have you run up with focus to finish it off. Or run up and get another focus. And get some loot off of it, which I didn't know was a thing for Faceless. And then we'll get to use teamwork to transfer a movement over to our friend with the frost bomb.
We will overcome.
Frost bomb this jerk. Let's sword him. Not as much damage as I was hoping.
Bet you can't do that again.
And move him into position. So he doesn't get to do anything. Oh, it's 1 action point. Okay.
I could use a new perspective.
So he might just kill someone?
Right.
Alright. So this guy is
Words
scarier
supposed
than
to
I
live.
realized.
I'm watching you.
Alright. Would you mind running and gunning and shooting him in the face?
Coming for ya. Running.
A 65% crit. Didn't see how much damage that dealt him.
I never
Doesn't
get
look like a
face,
crit.
much less one that left me wounded. Watch your back. You call that power?
You can't shoot him, interesting. Do you have combat protocol? You do. Oh yes, 40% would just instantly kill him. Oh, because it's the third attack. So if we can... So how many actions do we have left? We've got Jolt. Our sniper can't really do much. You just don't have vision of him, I guess? Why can't you see him? Okay, it's very confusing. Where... Okay. Oh, flank shot. Weird. Alright, I like it. So we've got a bunch of extra damage on him because he's bewildered, and we got a lightning hands and... Okay, cool. So that should finish him off. That was scarier than I expected. That he did not respond to either the Mimic Beacon or the Frostbite like I expected.
Tactical retreat. But we'll see each other again real soon.
Status confirmed.
Alright, and there's not another pod. Cool.
The area is secure.
Whew.
Status confirmed. Mission accomplished. We showed the Chosen that the Resistance is here to stay, Commander. Now we just have to find that thing and put it down for good.
So 2 wounds, which, not bad for, facing a Chosen.
Even now, our enemy lurks in the shadows, plotting to destroy all we
So I
have.
didn't feel like that was too bad
To
for,
return us
first
to the
game back
chaos
after a
of the
little
old
while.
world.
Definitely, pretty excited about our, Venom Round Sharpshooter. That seems really powerful this mission.
Let us believe that the Chosen are beyond our reach. Immortal children to immortal gods. Both will fall.
So I think I'm actually into, total combat here. I mean, that's pretty good, but it feels like we're rarely in a position where we actually get to use the shoot twice, and just being able to, like, use a grenade to take out some cover and then shoot, I think is going to be more useful overall. Ton of alien alloys. Wow, we got quite the haul here. 80 alloys, 30 Illyrium, 150 supplies, pile of other good stuff. We'll probably want to swing by the black market to see what we can sell, because we don't necessarily have time to do all the datapad nonsense. Alright, and then we've still got some other powerful tech coming right up. So let's black market first.
Avenger plotting new course.
Alright, so we're maxed out on contacts.
Market is open.
You have brought many new faces to serve among your resistance.
Okay, getting our income. We've got a lot of money.
You failed to protect them.
Our friends in the
Advent
Resistance are
troopers.
paying a heavy price with the Chosen running loose. We should do what we can to take them down
I think we
before
need
they
2 of
hit
these for a
again.
battle scanner, but don't need anything else.
I'm not big on surprises. And yet somehow
Got a supply drop
I
incoming.
didn't see this coming.
Still waiting on this. Okay, is there
What can I do for you,
anything
Commander?
else that we should be doing with the information we've got? I assume not. Man, I can't wait to have more power to be able to do anything. Alright, so let's see. We got alien alloys. We're actually pretty good on those. Engineer, resistance contacts.
Avenger plotting new course.
You know, an engineer is like strictly better than resistance contacts, because an engineer can be
Avenger
2
plotting new
resistance
course.
contacts, or they can also be other things. Alright, sweet.
Maximum power consumption reached.
Power relay.
Power relay construction initiated.
Alright, so gonna throw one of our engineers on here just to speed that out, because that's gating our use of this room for anything. And then can throw our other engineer to start excavating this, and then once we finish up with the proving grounds, we may pull the other one off, or we may not. But we've almost got our plasma grenades and our Gauss weapons, so we're about to hit bit of another... Okay, Avatar project is becoming a problem.
Commander, the aliens continue to make progress on the Avatar project. If we're going to slow them down, we'll need to move fast.
Alright, so we'll be able to start the Skulljack after the plasma grenade finishes tomorrow. Alright, so this is huge. This upgrades all of our frag grenades into plasma grenades, so life is about to get good.
Sounds good, Commander. I'll let you know
And
as
we
soon
can
as
start the
project is ready for
Skulljack.
deployment.
If we... Does it stack up after? Can you build multiple things? Do I just not remember how the black market works at all? So we've got... we're actually not that high on supplies, but we've got a supply drop coming in. Build a spark.
We'll get started right away, Commander. I'll send word when the project is complete.
Alright, 2 days on Gauss weapons, supply drop incoming. So we'll basically need the supply drop to actually build the Gauss weapons.
Got an urgent communication coming in for you now, Commander.
I had high hopes for the Resistance under your
Yeah, this was a
leadership,
pretty good month.
Commander, and you have outdone yourself.
Alright, so Avatar project is being a problem. Oh god, we need to deal with her.
It won't be long now, Commander. Just as your plans become clear, so
Okay.
too the location of your Avenger.
So we need to get more influence with these guys. Okay, so I'm pretty happy to get rid of Vengeance. Weapons. I feel like we're a little ways away from getting more weapons. Definitely like the hack bonus. Alright, so need to choose one of the Reaper ones. Still never want new recruits. I think ballistics modeling is probably a little better than bonus versus still lost. Intel rewards or resource rewards? We do need intel more. Yeah. I'm happy with these choices. Get him.
Avenger plotting new course.
Right. Recovered from wounds. Oh my god. We're coming.
Commander, if we want to set back the aliens' work on the Avatar project, we should hit one of their facilities as soon as possible.
Okay, so we need these supplies.
Although we have allies scattered in cities throughout the globe,
Oh my god,
who are
okay,
willing to
so-
share their knowledge of Advent
Just to finish my thought, we need these supplies,
the aliens
but we're actually getting to the
pursuing
point where the
them.
Avatar project is
It will
becoming
be
a
up to
problem.
you to ensure
So
the
I
safety
think we're
of
going to
our
want to
operatives,
consider
Commander. Good luck.
stopping scanning random locations. Although we do want that engineering 3 days, and start working on expanding towards facilities, just because this is being such a problem. God, 0 days on these weapons.
And so it would seem time grows short for both of us, Commander.
I am sure you will find the results to be as intriguing.
So that was a risk,
Commander.
but really wanted to get those Gauss weapons. Do we have enough supplies for them? We don't. Alright. So,
Avenger
we're
plotting new
pushing it a
course.
little bit with the timer on this mission, but they generally last for like 12 hours.
Market is open.
So how much do we need for our Gauss weapons?
Commander, the Chosen are getting closer to hunting us down every day. The only way we can stop them is to strike first, and we'll
Alright.
need to work on a
Though I was not Sectoid's rapid
So
physical
we've now got
evolution of the
psionics.
past 20 years is a testament to both the aliens' mastery of genetic
Alright.
engineering
Yeah, we just need to get going on some story stuff so as not to lose the game. So we get to do alien
I agree.
encryption.
That is an important task, Commander.
Just give the word and I'll
Alright,
get
and then
started.
how many
Commander.
supplies do we need for the cool new weapons? So we need 100 supplies here and 100 here, so we're going to need 170 total. We have plenty of alien alloys.
Tell me something, Doctor. Cushy working with Advent.
So,
in the colonies.
let's check the black
Like most
market
people,
real
I
quick,
wanted to
see
believe
what
that
we
the
can sell for
aliens were
170.
legitimately interested in peace. Although they left me little choice when it came to working with them, I admit I was drawn to the sense of normalcy they offered. It was a mistake.
They
PCS
should have known
focus.
better. The aliens would never have come here if they wanted peace.
As I said, it was a mistake. One I hope to atone for.
Man,
through my
170 is
efforts.
going to be a lot.
Then I'd say you've got your work cut out for you.
We never use the smoke grenade, we never use this nanoscaled vest. We don't need this many priests. Can we get out of the focus? We can probably just, like, sell all these priests. Sell a data pad instead of a data cache. How much do I care about this nanoscale vest? I assume I'm never going to use it again, especially now that I have better grenades. These officer corpses might be 100% useless. So this would get us to 170. I mean, it's a little silly because we're, like, in the middle of picking up a supply drop, but we're going to need those supplies to build relays anyways, and I think just having the best equipment possible for every mission is basically always a good idea. So, how much does it cost to build a nanoscale vest?
Commander?
Because we're selling them for 26. 30? Okay, so it's still a net loss, even with double bonus. Alright, so we've got some sick new weapons. Alright, so we can prepare for this mission in a minute, but looking pretty good overall. Thanks for watching, and I will be back in 5 minutes.